This week we review Mark Waid's Strange, go Transmetropolitan with Warren Ellis, and interview Eisner Award-winning creator Hope Larson. And now... Hey Casey, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Again? Nothing on my sleeve. And... presto! Doctor Strange hasn't been the same since he lost his title of Sorcerer Supreme, as chronicled by Mark Waid and Emma Rios. After losing the title of Sorcerer Supreme, Stephen Strange is finding other ways to help out, this time making use of his knowledge of the mystical arts through a potential apprentice. Written by fan favorite Mark Waid, the first issue centers around a demon-possessed ball game and introduces new character Casey, no relation, a bratty teen with a natural ability for magic. Waid skillfully builds the reluctant new character while telling a sweet tale of deals with demons coming due. Emma Rios' art is heavily influenced by Japanese manga, and aside from the signature white streaks in his hair, Doctor Strange looks surprisingly youthful. Though beautiful, especially with Christina Strain's gorgeous coloring, the art can be somewhat confusing during the action segments. Perhaps targeting a younger audience, Strange number 2 comes out this week from Marvel. We give it 3 out of 5 oranges. Congratulations go to Mark Sable, who we interviewed about his Boom Studios book Unthinkable on episode 4.3. It has recently been optioned for a movie, and the trade paperback of the series comes out this week. We give it 3.5 oranges. From Dark Horse Comics comes Dr. Grordbort Presents Victory by Greg Broadmoor. Based on the handcrafted retro sci-fi ray gun collection from Weta, it's a comedic pulp magazine parody. It's a fun 2-orange read. And for those searching for a classic comic series to sink their teeth into, you can't go wrong with Warren Ellis and Darick Robertson's Transmetropolitan. Following Gonzo journalist Spider Jerusalem as he explores the dark side of our near future, it will surprise you how much of it has already come true. You can download the first issue from Vertigo and start collecting the volumes of this 5-orange series. This week we interview Eisner Award winner Hope Larson, creator of Chiggers, Mercury, and Grey Horses. Tell me about Mercury.
It's set in Nova Scotia about 2 girls, one living in the 1850s and one living in the present day, and the mysterious connection between them. It also has a gold rush and hunt for buried treasure.
Why the gold rush?
Well, we were living in Nova Scotia at the time that I was writing Mercury, and we were living in a small town where there actually had been a gold rush in the 1850s, like a really small one. I just thought it was so interesting that this happened and everybody pretty much forgot about it. So I used that as the inspiration for the story.
You worked on Chiggers, which is pretty much targeted towards younger girls. Would Mercury also be targeted for that age range?
Yeah, it's young adult. Chiggers is actually a middle grade book, so that's for middle schoolers, and Mercury is more for high school age girls, or, anybody.
What do you want to bring to girls with your books?
Strong female protagonists, girls who tackle their problems and deal with them. And I don't do superhero type books, so they're drawing most of their strength from within.
You've actually collaborated with your husband 2 years ago on Bear Creek Apartments. Do you think that you'll do something with him again?
I don't know. I wrote that script in a month, and it's a 16-page comic. And it took him, I think, 8 months to draw it. So I think I'd probably kill him if we worked on anything longer than that.
Is there anyone that you would like to collaborate with at some point?
Gosh, I don't know. I've never really collaborated with anybody, but I'd like to. I'd like to explore that because I'd like to be more of a writer in the future, I think, and less of just a cartoonist.
How did you get into comics?
I originally wanted to be an illustrator, and I had an illustration portfolio online, and Scott McCloud found it and said, you should be drawing comics. So I gave it a shot, and it stuck.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
If there are any girls out there who want to try drawing comics, I would say go for it, because the industry really needs you, and people will support you 100%. For more information on Hope Larson, check out our website at hopelarson.com, or follow her on Twitter as @HopeLarson. Well, that's it for this week. Don't forget you can subscribe to our show free on iTunes, YouTube, or an RSS reader of your choice. Go to acomicbookorange.com/subscribe for details. And I'll see you next week for another episode of A Comic Book Orange. Come on, Casey.
Sorry.